In the news, federal government to open the second Niger bridge to traffic on December 15. Lagos Governor Babajide SANWO-OLU slashes tuition for new state universities. Peru, for the first time, was a female president after ex-president Pedro Castillo was impeached. And Team Delta lead with 146 gold, ZAMFARA last at the ongoing National Sports Festival. This is the MLC TV News Hour reaching you live from the city of Lokoja, the Confluence State of Nigeria. I am Jane Balagbubo. Good day. Thanks for joining us. The Federal Controller of Works in Delta State, Jimoh Olawale, says the second Niger bridge will be open to traffic on December 15. Olawale, who spoke in an interview with the News Agency of Nigeria in Asaba, however, said the bridge would be open for only 30 days. He noted that the Minister of Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, ordered the opening of the bridge, which is 95% complete, to ease traffic during the Yuletide. He said during the Christmas celebration, commuters suffer hardship accessing the old Niger bridge due to traffic, but with the arrangement, traffic congestion on the Asaba-Benin Expressway will ease. Olawale, however, debunked claims by a group alleging that the federal government had abandoned the payment of compensation to property owners along the access road to the second Niger bridge. On Yuletide, the controller advised motorists to stick to a speed limit of 100 km per hour to arrive safely at their destinations. For the second time, the Nigerian Peace Corps (NPC) Establishment Bill was passed by the two chambers of the National Assembly, while that of the Senate was sponsored by the Chairman, Senate Committee on Army, Ali Udume. That of the House of Representatives was sponsored by the Chief Whip, Mohammed Mongunu, as HB 17. With the overwhelming passage of the bill on its merits, all is now set for the clerk of the National Assembly to transmit the bill to President Muhammadu Buhari for his assent. The bill, among others, seeks to establish the Nigerian Peace Corps as a body charged with the responsibilities to develop, empower and provide gainful employment for youth, facilitate peace, volunteerism, community services, neighborhood watch and nation building. According to Part 8 of the bill passed when assented to by President Buhari, it will give statutory backing to the existing Peace Corps of Nigeria. The Peace Corps of Nigeria, established over 24 years ago under the National Commandant Professor Dickson Ameako, is incorporated in Nigeria under the Company and Allied Matters Act, and accorded federal government recognition through the Federal Ministry of Youth Development. So far, the organization has a well-structured network of offices in 36 states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory, with a membership strength of over 187,000, comprising both regular staff and volunteers. For the landmark achievements and accomplishments of the organization thus far, the Corps and its national commandants have received over 110 awards nationally and internationally. Briefing journalists on the latest developments, National Commandant Professor Dickson Ameako thanked the Senate President Ahmad Ibrahim Lawan and Speaker of the House of Representatives Femi Gbajabiamila for considering the bill worthy of passage, thereby doing justice to it. Professor Ako also thanked members of the two chambers of the National Assembly for the sense of patriotism displayed in ensuring that the bill saw the light of day. He pleaded with President Muhammadu Buhari to assent to the bill this time around as a lasting legacy of his government and a befitting parting gift to Nigerian youth. The Commissioner for Women's Affairs and Social Development, Fatima Kabir Buba, urged the government to continue to support and invest more in the struggle to have women taking sensitive roles and as well protect them from being bullied and intimidated by some men at the workplace and homes. Our reporter has more.
The International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women and Girl Child marked the launch in Kogi State. The groups, in collaboration with the Ministry of Women Affairs, went on a roadwalk to campaign and create awareness and to add their voices to stop violence against women and girl child. The Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Development, Fatima Kabiru Buba, said the Ministry of Women Affairs is taking the lead in the promotion of human rights and taking action against women and girl child in Nigeria.
The 16 days of activism is a call for global action to mobilize and increase awareness, galvanize advocacy efforts, and share knowledge and innovations to end gender-based violence. There is a collaborative effort by the government at all levels to strategize to end every form of violence against persons. Kogi State Ministry of Women Affairs, with support from Mercy Corps Community Initiative to promote peace, that is SIP, has just completed inauguration of Women Peace Council in 17 local government areas. All these are efforts geared towards preventing violence against women and girls and promoting peace in the nooks and crannies of the state.
She further said, Kogi State Ministry of Women Affairs will leave no stone unturned in eliminating gender violence, and also said violence against men will not be tolerated.
Even a situation whereby a wife will tell the husband, see you can't even do anything, terrorizing this man even without touching him. In fact, it will traumatize the man. It's still violence. Against your man, it's still violence. Go and look for food. You can see your mate. You see what they are doing. It will even get to a certain stage that the man will be afraid to come home. It's still violence. Please, men, voice out. This campaign will continue until we achieve total eradication of the menace of violence in our society.
The chairperson of the National Women Journalists of Nigeria, Kogi State Chapter, Anne Olurinde, and other chairpersons of various groups said it's a crime against humanity to perpetrate gender-based violence in both genders and urge women to be involved in politics.
We're not just talking about women and children alone. We're also even talking about the men. Sometimes the women do violate the men. So we are saying no to every form of gender-based violence. And we were appealing to government that perpetrators should be brought to book. If not, it will continue. But we also want to encourage women that are coming into politics. We want to assure them, we want to give them every assurance that they should not be scared. They should go into politics with their 2 legs and 2 hands, because there's a law now that prohibits violence against women in politics. So we are encouraging them to go into politics, that no violence will come upon them. And if there are any violence against them, such people will be apprehended.
Before now in Kogi State, we used to say violence against women is not good, is insane. But now we are saying it is a crime. Kudos to our governor for assenting to the VAP bill. Now we have the Violence Against Persons Prohibition Law of Kogi State. So anybody that intends to perpetrate violence against any woman in the forthcoming election or in any way at all, even outside the election, the person would have the law to face. So now it is now a crime, and our security agencies are already aware of the law and they are ready to enforce the law. So I'm very happy that we have the VAP law before this election, and it's not going to be business as usual. Anybody that has any plan of violence should just kill that plan now. Approach is that we start catching them young. We go to secondary schools, tell them about the need to be part of what is happening in Nigeria and in their state. Then we talk to higher institution students and ask them, get registered to vote. It starts from there. You need to start getting their interest in politics active. So when they're interested in politics and they're seeing the way government is going on, they will be a part of it. And we tell them, when you get your PVC, the next step is to join a political party, be part of the process. You don't just come out from the blues and say, I want to become governor of my state. Become part of the process right from a political party. Join a political party in your ward, be active there, then begin to grow, begin to understudy older women and even men that are in politics. Then by the time you come of age and you feel, yes, now people have known known me, I've been into community service, I've been into politics in my community, then I want to go for councillorship. Then from there we start moving. And we thank God that our advocacy has paid off. In this 2023 election, we have 3 House of Assembly candidates that are women. And that's one of the things we are happy about, that all the noise we've been making, all the advocacy, all the visits to different stakeholders has yielded results. That's from the APC. From the PDP, we also have 1 senatorial candidate. And that's a good news for us. It has never, we've never had it that good in Kogi State in a long while.
We, the stakeholders, in our fight against gender-based violence, hereby set this day aside as a day of action against gender-based violence, and we want all relevant agencies in Kogi State saddled with the responsibilities of implementing the VAP law in Kogi State to be empowered to do so. The required committee, as set out by the law, should be appointed, inaugurated, and empowered to act. The state need to quickly make provision for sexual assault referral centers across the state and enable its functionality. And it will interest us to know that what the SACS actually needs to kickstart is the willingness of the government, because we have a lot of sponsors that are ready to come and establish it in Kogi State.
Gender-based violence, all forms of violence, whether against men or against women or against children, is a serious crime. And it's something we actually say no to. And we will continue to advocate until we see that it has come to an end. This is the message we are sending out, and we are encouraging our women, young women, to come out, because we can no longer take the back seat. If we want to be relevant in governance, then we must be in the forefront, and we must participate. So we are encouraging the women, because now we are uniting, we are creating a force, to add our voice against all forms of violence, and that includes political violence, not just gender-based violence.
Among the women's society groups present are the National Association of Women Journalists, Challenge Parenthood Initiative, Young Women in Politics, Stand Up for Women's Society, Congonet and Feeder. Esther Michael reporting for MLC TV.
Lagos State Governor Babajide SANWO-OLU has been praised for slashing the tuition for pioneer students of the Lagos State University of Education LASUTECH, Ijaniki Epe, and Lagos State University of Science and Technology LASUTECH Ikorodu by 65%. Management of the 2 universities had proposed tuition of 195,000 for their pioneer students before SANWO-OLU slashed it to 68,000. The Adeboruwa of Igbobo Kingdom, Oba Abdul Semiu Kasali, described the tuition slash as a big relief, as more parents would be able to send their children to acquire a university education. Bale of Parafa in Ikorodu local government area, Jamiu Odusanya, described the governor's gesture as a welcome development. He thanked the government for assisting students from indigenous backgrounds to meet their university aspirations, saying the reduction would promote the growth of varsity education in the state. Students' Union Government SUG President of the defunct Adeniro Ogunsanya College of Education, Okechukwu David, a 300-level student of mathematics and economics, expressed his happiness with the news. David said his major fear had been how to further his education after his NCE program, especially as many of his colleagues who completed their NCE programs could not further to the university. His counterpart in LASUTECH, Aderemi Balogun, an HND student of Business Administration, said his fellow students were excited with the news. He hailed the governor for his kindness, saying the new fee is pocket-friendly and affordable. The Arole Oduduwa and Oni of Ife, Oni Adeyeye Enitan Ogunwusi Ojaja II played host to top dignitaries at the grand finale of the annual Queen Moremi Ajansoro pageant at the Ojaja Arena, Ife Grand Result Ile-Ife. Addressing newsmen ahead of the event, Oni Ogunwusi explained that Queen Moremi Ajansoro annual pageant is that of leadership, culture, and character. On the forthcoming general election in the country, Oni Adeyeye said the government must do more to protect women from desperate politicians who often frustrate their interest in aspiring to lead. In the same vein, the Moremi Global Ambassador Olufunso Amosun explained that the initiative has achieved so greatly in mentoring young women and girls through the qualities of the legendary Moremi Ajansoro. Addressing newsmen, facilitator of the Queen Moremi Ajansoro pageant, Olori Aderonke Ademiluyi Ogunisi, revealed that over 200 young women applied and went through several stages of screening for a winner to emerge. At the end of the well-attended event, Adedinro Ayomide emerged winner of the pageantry, who bagged cash prizes and a brand new car courtesy of the Oni of Ife, Funsho Amosun and other sponsors. The 2022 edition of the annual Queen Moremi Ajansoro pageant saw the launch of the Queen Moremi Leadership Award, an award bestowed on women in leadership in all walks of life. This is to appreciate the awardees who selected globally, including those from the United States of America, United Kingdom, Brazil, Canada, and so on for their contributions to the society. The Inspector General of Police, Usman Baba, has launched the Central Motor Registry Command Center at the Force Headquarters in Abuja to enable members of the public to report cases of stolen vehicles in the country for possible recovery. The Force Public Relations Officer Olumuyiwa Adejobi, in a statement, said the digitalized center was domiciled at the Department of Information and Communication Technology. He explained that the move was in line with the IGP's mission to ensure a digital environment for policing the country. Adejobi said the IGP admonished Nigerians and other residents in the country to take advantage of the platform to upload their vehicle information on the website with effect from December 7, as a security step for preventing it from being stolen and re-registered. We go on a short break. We'll be right back.
Get human interest stories right here on MLC TV with entertainment, sports, business, culture, tourism, and fashion news stories all featured on MLC TV. Not forgetting political and current affairs news, state and federal government and people's matters will be discussed regularly on MLC TV. MLC TV, your one-stop online destination for unbiased, accurate news, entrepreneur ideas, and youth matters to the rest of the world. MLC TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone.
Welcome back. Now on politics. The People's Democratic Party (PDP) primary election in Ebonyi State, which produced candidates for the State House of Assembly, National Assembly, and governorship in the state's 2023 elections, was declared null and void by the Federal High Court in Abuja. Justice Binta Iyako ordered the PDP to hold a new state congress in Ebonyi within 14 days to elect its candidates. Justice Iyako also directed the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) to monitor the new state congresses to be held by the PDP in preparation for the election. The decision followed a suit filed by Okorafor Tochukwu Okori against the PDP and INEC. The court agreed with the plaintiff's counsel Okoro Kemakolam that the cancelled PDP primary in Ebonyi was held in violation of the Court of Appeals order, saying the execution of the judgment of the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja, which had declared Joseph Sila Onu as the party's Ebonyi State chairman. Justice Ahmed Mohammed of the Federal High Court's Abuja Division recognized Joseph Silas Onu as the genuine chairman of the PDP's Ebonyi State chapter in a judgment delivered on April 2022. Dissatisfied with the decision, Okorafor Okori, through Okoro, petitioned the Abuja Division of the Court of Appeal to vacate the lower court's decision. Justice Fadima Mutala of the Federal High Court Abuja dismissed a suit challenging the candidacy of the All Progressives Congress APC presidential candidate Bola Ahmed Tinubu. An APC member, Ugozika Ihoma, had in a suit filed on June 9 asked the court to nullify the candidacy of Tinubu and his People's Democratic Party PDP counterpart Atiku Abubakar for alleged violation of the Electoral Act. APC, PDP, Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), and Attorney General of the Federation were listed as respondents in the suits. The Director of Media and Publicity for the APC Presidential Campaign Council, Bayo Onanuga, confirmed the development in a statement on Wednesday. In the suit, the plaintiff urged the court to restrain the former Lagos State Governor from taking part in the election, among other reliefs. In her ruling, the judge described the plaintiff as a meddlesome interloper. She said Ihoma has no local standee to file the suit in the first place. Now on foreign. A 5.8 magnitude earthquake hit Indonesia's main island of Java, with no immediate report of damage less than a month after another quake in the same province killed more than 300 people. The quake struck at 7:50 a.m. local time, around 15 kilometers from the town of Cianjur, epicenter of November's devastating tremor, the United States Geological Survey said. It said there was a low likelihood of casualties or damage following the quake, which struck at a depth of 123 kilometers, 76 miles. No damage was immediately reported in Cianjur or Sukabumi, the city nearest the epicenter, local disaster mitigation agency officials said. But schools were temporarily evacuated in Sukabumi, according to local TV. Indonesian President Joko Widodo is visiting the area to distribute aid to affected residents. The tremor that struck Sinajo on November 21 was the deadliest in the archipelago nation since a 2018 quake, and resulting in tsunami killed more than 4,000 people on the island of Sulawesi. Peru has a female president for the first time after ex-president Pedro Castillo was impeached hours after he tried to dissolve parliament. Dina Boluart, previously the vice president, was sworn in after a dramatic day in Lima. Early in the day, Castillo had said he was replacing Congress with an exceptional emergency government, but lawmakers ignored this and in an emergency meeting impeached him. He was then detained and accused of rebellion. Reports in local media say he was heading to the Mexican embassy in the capital when he was arrested. Boluart, a 60-year-old lawyer, said she would govern until July 2026, which is when Castillo's presidency would have ended. Speaking after taking the oath of office, she called for a political truce to overcome the crisis which has gripped the country. Wednesday's dramatic chain of events began with President Pedro Castillo giving an address on national television in which he declared a state of emergency. He announced that he would dissolve the opposition-controlled Congress, a move which was met with shock both in Peru. Several ministers resigned in protest and abroad. Peru swore in a new president after a day of political drama that saw leftist leader Pedro Castillo arrested after his ousting from office in an impeachment trial following his last-ditch bid to cling to power by dissolving Congress. Ignoring Castillo's attempt to shut down the legislature by decree, lawmakers moved ahead with a previously planned impeachment trial with 101 votes in favor of removing him, 6 against and 10 abstentions. The result was announced to loud cheers, and the legislature called on Vice President Dina Boluart to take office. The 60-year-old Boluart was sworn in as president through 2026, making her the first woman to lead Peru. She called for a political truce after months of instability, including 2 prior impeachment attempts, and said a new cabinet inclusive of all political stripes will be formed. She lambasted Castillo's move to dissolve Congress as an attempted coup. The public ministry said that Castillo had been detained and accused of the crimes of rebellion and conspiracy for breaking the constitutional order. Television outlets showed Castillo leaving a police station and reported he would be moved to a police-run prison. Let's join Jonah Malik for the sports update.
And on sports update, 60-year-old Scrabble player Femi Simpson has won silver for Lagos State in Scrabble team sport in the ongoing 2022 National Sports Festival at Asaba. The Lagos-based Scrabble player was full of excitement for the feat. The captain of the Scrabble team, Olatunde Oduburu, said being the captain of the team is a thing of joy for him to see everyone going home with a medal. He thanked every member of the team for the unison they have carried out, the team spirit for them to have won medals in all categories. Still on sport, on the day 7 of the ongoing National Sports Festival in Asaba, Team Delta retained their early and strong lead on the medal table on Wednesday with the host state's medal tally totaling 275 medals, 146 gold, 78 silver and 51 bronze. Bayelsa and Edo State replaced each other on the medal table, with the former moving up second while Edo State dropped to third. This came after Bayelsa's massive gold haul on Wednesday. Bayelsa have now won a total of 103 medals, 40 golds, 23 silver and 40 bronze medals, while Edo State, despite having more medals, are below them with 138 medals, 28 gold, 42 silver and 68 bronze. Rounding up the top 10 are Lagos in 4th with 80 medals and 16 golds, Oyo State 55 medals and 15 golds, Ogun State 41 medals and 11 golds, Rivers State 72 medals with 9 golds, Imo State 25 medals and 9 golds, Abia State 27 medals with 8 golds, and Kano State in 10th position with 38 medals and 6 golds. Last on the table at number 37 is ZAMFARA, the only state without a medal at the 2022 festival. And that's sports update on MLC TV News. I am Ali Jonah reporting. Back to Akasta for more stories.
Thank you, Jonah, for the update. And over to Matthias Ayodeji Peter for the entertainment news.
On our foreign entertainment news, popular Canadian singer Celine Dion has revealed the reason for her long-time silence, saying she's battling a rare neurological disorder called the stiff person syndrome. Celine Dion revealed this heartbreaking battle with the life-changing diseases, which she refers to as a one-in-a-million case. Following these developments, the singer has been forced to put a hold on her European tours scheduled for February 2023, as she wrote in the caption of her Instagram post where she made this situation known. In the announcement video, the singer revealed that the spasms are already affecting her day-to-day life and sometimes causing her difficulties when she walks and not allowing her to use her vocal cords to sing the way she used to. As the name suggests, the illness causes the body muscles to constrict, which worsens over time and finally turns those who have it into looking like statues and are frequently unable to move at all. Dion assured that she is working closely with her team of doctors and that she's receiving plenty of support from her close friends and family. In 2014, the Oscar-winning singer said she was putting her career on hold indefinitely as her husband, René Angelil, battled cancer and later passed away in 2016. The same year, 2016, saw the untimely passing of her brother, Daniel Dion, forcing her to take a break for about a year. She ultimately made a significant comeback in 2019 with the release of her 12th English language and 27th studio album, Courage, which included songs with Psy, Sam Smith, Stargate, Jimmy Nepus, Lauf, LP, Jogan Elforson, and many others. Crossing over to Africa, Nigerian producer and Afrobeat singer Fuse has revealed how the church influenced his decision to become a musician. The producer and singer brought this revelation to light during the latest episode of BBC Focus on Africa podcast. Fuse said his decision to become a musician came at the age of 5 after he witnessed a choir performance at a church. The Finesse Crooner said that the emotional impact of the songs is what drew his interest in the art, and he immediately knew that was what he wanted to do. Fuse is a decorated Afrobeat producer. The 27-year-old started his shift from producing to singing last year when he released Hear Me Out, his debut EP. His 2022 joint single Finesse with Benson gives him another suitable transitional route as Warner Records signed him soon after the song release. And that is all on entertainment news today. My name is Matthias Adeji Peter, reporting for MLC TV.
Thank you, Matthias, for the entertainment update. And that is the size of our package today. Join us tomorrow at this same hour to watch our news as we give you updates on happenings within and across the globe. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Malachi TV, like and follow our Facebook page, MLC TV, Instagram, MLC TV 2021, and Twitter at MLC TV1. For your events, coverage, information, contribution, advert and sponsorship, please call any of our numbers displayed on your screen. Join us Fridays and Saturdays to watch our special programs. It is Malachi TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone. I am Jane G. Abalagbubu. Please continue to be your brother's keeper to build a united and peaceful society together. Good day, and thanks for watching.